My most recent experience that I had with a man that I really started liking was that he touched and triggered a part of me that is very tender, sensitive, vulnerable. In some ways, he kind of activates my little girl. For a while there, I had a story that I thought I was supposed to be with him. But the truth is I'm supposed to be with me, and I'm supposed to be with my little girl. I'm supposed to love my little girl. I'm supposed to now, more than ever, learn how to be with myself in presence, in love, and to hold these tender parts of myself that in the past experienced so much pain and heartbreak. So life is not just linear. It is like a spiral. It goes like a spiral. And anything that we have not been willing to face or feel or, really meet with love and presence and truly face and process will come back around eventually. It will. It's just how it works. So if we think that life is about, oh, that relationship didn't work, let me go to another one. That one doesn't work, let me go to another one. That's just not the way, guys. Because the thing is that we bring all of our stuff with us to every single relationship we go to. It's not about changing anything in the world, actually. It's about changing ourself and how we are relating with the world and with our feelings and our emotions when they arise. And I have been blessed, honestly. Like, this man that I really love, I really like him as a friend, and he's just a beautiful human. Like, he's got just amazing dance skills and a big, beautiful heart, and is fun and wild and free and beautiful and caring and considerate. And I have nothing but appreciation for him. And the truth is, though, is that relating with him sometimes brought up a lot of pain because of what he touched in me. He touched some deep place in me and allowed me really to face myself more. And it showed me this part of my life that I hadn't wanted to look at and that I have been, honestly, a lot running away from. And so to have this opportunity to realize that it's actually not about the person or the human or anything outside of me changing. It's about myself and me owning up to the stories that I am creating and the suffering that I create. For example, the suffering I create by being attached or addicted or identifying with certain thoughts and stories, and being addicted to the suffering, and just giving importance to thoughts when reality is presenting itself in one way. It simply is, right? It just is. Reality just is. And then what happens a lot is that the mind starts generating stories, and those stories are what creates the suffering. That's the only thing, guys, that creates my suffering. When I was living in life before, when I was 13, age 13, and when my dad started using crystal meth, that was reality. That was just reality. That's just what was. Nothing more, nothing less. It did not mean that I was doing something wrong. It did not mean that I was not good enough because my dad wasn't able to be present for me. It didn't have any sort of meaning like that. But what did the narrative do? What did the thoughts start doing? Those thoughts just came out of nowhere. And for some reason, I chose to run with those thoughts as if they were real and true. And for many years in my life, guys, I ran with those thoughts. And I had that belief. I was like, damn, that sucks. I must not be good enough. The man I love the most, my father, I must really be doing something wrong if my papa doesn't even want to be present with me anymore. Why? But no, he's just struggling, man. He's just going through his journey in life. That never once meant that he did not love me. So we get ourselves in trouble. We create the problems because we create the stories. Reality just is plain and neutral. Not that exciting, honestly. It's very peaceful in reality. But it seems as though the ego wants to create a lot of drama. It creates a lot of drama. So this is why the most important thing of them all is for us to inquire, for us to self-inquire, for us to look at the stories we tell and see that maybe actually the suffering that I'm having and the problems I'm having and the pain I'm experiencing is because of those thoughts that I'm running and the stories that I've been running for the last 2 days. Maybe it's not the person at all. Maybe it's just because of the thoughts. Because if we actually write down the thoughts on paper and then we look at them, we're like, holy shit, that's a horrible thoughts. So let's bring back our power. Let's take back our power. And let's see that we are really the ones responsible for the suffering and the pain. So I feel very grateful. I feel so grateful for this beautiful human, this beautiful man. And I don't even think he'll ever know how much deeply he touched me and his impact in my life. But he's definitely helped me. And I really like to see that every experience that happens, every relationship that I get into, even if it ends or dissolves or doesn't go the way I would have wanted it to go, is for me, is for my highest good. Sometimes it's like, what's that song? You can't always get what you want, but you get what you need. I think that's true. I don't always get what my ego wants, but I always get what I need. I always am being served up. Like, reality is always trying to show me things. Like, everything is for me so that I can actually wake up from my own insanity. The insanity of living in outcome happiness, the insanity of going like this. You are the problem. Total insanity. Turn that fucking shit around, sister or brother. Like, turn that shit around. Fuck, man. We are the problems. If there's an enemy in your life, maybe actually see that you're the bigger enemy. The mind. The monkey mind. So, take responsibility and fucking look at that shit. Self-inquire. Expose yourself. That's what I'm doing. And it's fun and it's liberating and it's freeing. So for now, I think that's all I wanted to share. Just the beauty and the joy of taking ownership. And I just want to say thank you, too, to the men in my life, to the brothers in my life, to the men in this life, honestly, who put up with women who are running these crazy stories and who are going crazy and psychotic because of them. Thank you for putting up with us. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for not taking it personally. Thank you for being a rock, holding space, not taking it personally, just loving us, because you help us see through our own illusions. You help reveal to us that we are the problem, not you. Thank you for the men who are able to hold space for the wild, crazy, feminine, or just for in general, to the men in my life that have been there in my moments of breakdown, messiness, fear, illusion, when I've been telling stories that are just not true, and that, thank you that you've just been there, listening, loving me, compassion, like having compassion for my insanity. Thank you. I feel really blessed that I have been around men that are able to hold a space for me to have all these things unravel. Like, that they haven't judged me, that they haven't made me wrong or called me a crazy fucking bitch, or no, they've only ever loved me. And that has helped me to wake up, helps me to wake up more and more and more. So thank you. We need each other. Men and women need each other. I love you, brothers. Got your back, brothers. I am ready to show up for love. And even when when it hurts, I'm ready to show up for love. Thank you for being in that space with me too. In this messy human relating space that is deeply healing and revealing and humbling. All right. Peace, guys. I'm going to go eat some curry. A beautiful man who I love a lot, who's a great space holder, is cooking me a yellow curry right now. He's been cooking for the last 2 hours, and I've been napping, sleeping, doing laundry. And I'm being made this nourishing meal, and I'm fucking hungry. I tell you, I got an appetite. I got a fucking appetite. I'm so hungry I could eat a lot today. I could eat a lot. So I feel very blessed that there's a beautiful man with so much love and metta putting that love into the food. And I'm going to get to receive that. All right. I pray that everyone that watched this video is feeling good in their bodies, mind, soul, being, and that you honor yourself, and that you respect yourself, and that you tell the truth to yourself first and foremost. That's the most important. Love you. See you guys.